my friends, my name is Alivia Latimer, but you probably already knew that because you clicked on my video. For this video, I wanted to finally give you guys a long overdue tour of my studio apartment in Portland, Oregon. I moved to Portland about 1.5 years ago, but I didn't move into this apartment until about 8 or 9 months ago, so I finally feel like I furnished it all and I've gotten everything ready for you guys to see. So, without further ado, here is my little minimalistic, earthy apartment in Portland. Welcome to my studio apartment. So when you first walk in the door here, there's just like this little key holder thing that my mom made for me. So unfortunately can't link anything for you guys, but I just use it to put my keys on and then like whatever purse or bag I'm using for the day. And then I also have this little side table, which used to be my coffee table, but now I just keep it here because I don't know what else to do with it. And these are not usually here, but these are a few things that I just did a giveaway for on my Instagram because I love doing giveaways. So follow me on Instagram if you don't already. And so that's pretty much it for like the entryway. And then moving over here, this is where I spend most of my days sitting at this chair, working, answering emails, editing, all that fun stuff. And I would love to like have an office, but for now, this little corner of my bedroom works. And so I have this ladder. I cannot remember where it's from, but I'll figure it out and link it. It's really cute and I just like the minimalistic design of it. My desk, my chair, and the lamp are all from Bed Bath & Beyond, so love that. And this little, I don't even know what these are called. But honestly, you can find these literally everywhere. I love them because you can change the letters whenever you want to, and it's just fun to put a little inspirational quote there. And then over here I have a little hanging plant that I got as a gift for my birthday, and it's super cute because it's an air plant, so it requires literally no care. And then I have my ukulele, which I play often for fun, and then this little @ symbol, which is so social media of me, but I love it, and my mom got it for me as a gift a couple years ago. And then I have a little candle from Madewell, so that's pretty much it for my desk area. I try to keep it as simple as possible because if I'm working and I have like a messy area, I cannot focus at all. So try to keep things focused and like minimal here, and I just use my laptop, my little planner from Target, and I love it. And now for one of my favorite parts of my room is my bed. Ow.
Do it again. Do it again.
So this is one of my favorite parts of my room because at night it looks like so peaceful with the string lights, and let me tell you, hanging up string lights with 10-foot ceilings is not easy, but I got it done and I love how it like frames my bed. It's just, I don't know, I love it. It's one of my favorite parts of my house. My bed frame is from IKEA. It took me 4 hours to put it together and I cried multiple times. All of my bedding and like pillowcases and this little throw blanket are all from Parachute Home. All 3 of these throw pillows are from One Fine Nest. They just have like an Instagram account and an Etsy account, and they just make like the cutest little like African mudcloth pillow designs. So I love them for that. It's like my favorite piece of furniture I have. It's this wooden stump, and it's like a literal like tree that was outside of my house in California, and it got cut down. And so my mom asked the like guys who were cutting it down if she could like have a piece of it, and they were like, sure, we'll cut you off like a piece of this tree, because they were just going to like get rid of it. And so she gave it to me, and it's literally like my favorite piece. It just is like so earthy and cute. I used to use it as like a chair. I would like sit on it, but now it's just my little nightstand, and this is where I charge my phone at night, and then this is my essential oil diffuser, so that's just where I diffuse the oils. Also, I feel like my hair is about to catch on fire. So this little shelf is from Target. This little frame, it says, "Be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire." And I love having just like little inspirational quotes throughout the house. This is a piece of wood that I found on a beach in Thailand, and I brought it home with me in my suitcase. This is an and sign that I found at a garage sale. And then this little tile I got from a tile store in Lisbon, Portugal earlier this year, and I've started to like gather things from other countries and just like trips and stuff that I want to put in my house, and not too much because I'm not a fan of souvenirs or like having excessive things, But if I'm going to have like decorations, I think it's really cool for them to be like tied to a specific memory or experience. So that's where all these things are from, like other places. And this is one of my favorite candles. It's from Homesick Candles, and it's the Southern California scent, so it just reminds me a little bit of my old home. This mirror is super old and super heavy. My mom gave it to me a couple years ago, and we've repainted it so many times, but right now it's white and I'm loving it. This little area rug from Bed Bath & Beyond, actually. Like, they have so many great things. Like, half the things in my house are from Bed Bath & Beyond, and I love them for that. Also, this arrow. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I start every one of my captions with like a little arrow that looks just like this. And a couple years ago, my mom made this for me because she knew that I loved arrows. Now for my closet. It is so hard living in a studio and not having storage or space to put things. So half of my closet I have to keep for clothes, then half of my closet I have to keep for just like other things. So that's definitely a struggle of living in a studio, but if you have like a minimalistic wardrobe, then that definitely helps cut down on just like the excessive things. So this is one side of my closet. Here's where I have all my clothes. I just transitioned out all my summer clothes, and I put in all my fall clothes and sweaters and everything. So this is where I have jackets and shirts, and then I have like 2 hats up there. And the rest of my summer clothes I actually put in 2 little baskets that are way up there. I have this cute little like nook there. Then on the floor I have my Pelican case, which just has all my camera gear in it, and that is pretty much it for this side of the closet. This side of my closet's a little more cluttered, I would say. I have all of my shoes here, and then in this other part of my closet I just have my like travel backpack, my suitcase, another duffel bag which has other like purses and bags in it, and then my sleeping bag, and I have actually like a camping tent back here as well, and then just like my laundry hamper. But that is pretty much it for my closet. Alrighty, so now we are in my kitchen, and my kitchen is basically just the hallway in between my bedroom and my living room, which is super cool. I have a lot of cabinet space, which allows me to like store some other things, so I'll just like show you guys what I use the cabinet space and storage for. So up here in this like big thing above my refrigerator, I just keep extra blankets and like extra pillows for when I have guests come over, and they all just fit like right in there, so that gets the job done. And then this cabinet, I just have all of my like spices and oils and things that I use to cook on a daily basis. Good old toaster from Target, good old teapot from Target, pretty much everything's from Target. Even this washcloth is from Target. Keep all my pots and pans underneath the stove. I love that that's an option. Oh, and then above my microwave, I have just like water bottles and some vases. And then this cabinet, what I love about these kitchens is that like the cabinets are so tall. So there's a lot of storage, but it's hard to like reach things. So I have to like get on top of the counter just to reach like my other bowls and plates. But it's totally fine. Just catch me, you know, hopping up on the counter. But that's just where I keep my bowls and plates and cups. And then up here, I just keep some other like spices and like coconut and like other stuff that I use to cook with. I also got this in Lisbon as well, this other little tile. And then I just keep this here along with my cutting board and coasters, which are both from, you guessed it, Target. All of these drawers right here aren't really worth like showing. It's just like utensils and Tupperware and all the boring stuff that we all have to own. And then this is from Target, the paper towel holder. And this little bowl is from IKEA. And my An Avocado a Day book is really cool, and it has like 70 recipes for avocados. And if you guys know me, I love avocados. Usually there's avocados in the bowl, but I finished the last 2 this morning. And yes, I literally ate 2 avocados this morning, but it's fine. Underneath the sink, I literally just keep like recycling, trash, nothing too special there. And then in this big cabinet is where I keep all of my food. One of my favorite pieces in my whole house is this vintage runner rug, and it's from this really sweet lady named Tabitha at Swoon Rugs, and she basically just like curates old vintage rugs and like makes sure they're in good condition and everything, and then she sells them. And she was so sweet and sent this one to me, and I feel like it matches my whole like vibe perfectly. Just like Doesn't this seem like a me rug, guys? It seems like a very me rug, and I love it. So, moving on to my bathroom. Welcome to my bathroom. So, another really cool thing that I love about this bathroom is it separates my bedroom and the living room completely, even though it's like one big room of a studio. I love it. So very thankful for this bathroom. It's super spacious, and as someone who grew up with siblings and then also tried out the roommate things, having my own bathroom is such a delight. It has a lot of storage, which I'm super grateful for. So like over here on the sides, there's just like this really big cabinet which I keep like my products I use every day in, and then some extra towels and stuff up top. And then like all of these drawers, which I literally just keep like my travel bag and like makeup and beauty products in. Nothing too crazy. And then under the sink is where I keep all of my cleaning supplies. And then my little sink area is pretty small, so I try to keep it as like minimal as possible. So I just have like, you know, my toothbrush, like a candle, my rings, and then just some like moisturizer and soap and everything. Here I just have this little like chalkboard thing, which again, my mother made for me, so I cannot link it, but I have my favorite Bible verse on here that I literally wrote. Like I wrote this, I think when I was 17, and I haven't erased it and rewritten it, and so the handwriting is really bad. But I kept it on there, and then I just have these little fake plants, which I think are perfect because it adds a pop of green. They're from Bed Bath & Beyond. And then I love my trash can. I don't know why, but my trash can is one of my like favorite parts of my bathroom, and I got it from Home Goods, and I don't think it's supposed to be a trash can, but I made it into a trash can, and I love it. And moving on to the other side of my bathroom is my shower, and this is probably the only thing I don't like about the studio is that since it's a small space, they didn't put a full shower in here. And then behind the door, my washer and dryer, which is literally such a blessing because I know so many apartments don't have their own washer and dryer in them, and that was definitely like a selling point. I didn't buy this place. It was a renting point for me when I was moving in, is to have my own washer and dryer, so I appreciate this. And then over here I just have my little cleaning supplies like my duster, my dustpan, and then like vacuum and broom and all that fun stuff, and I love that I can just keep it hidden like behind the door, and it's all out of the way. Now we are in the last part of my studio, which is my living room where I spend most of my time. And before you ask, no, this is not a real cactus. It is fake, hence why I'm leaning on it. But I love this little piece, even though it's fake. It is from Bed Bath & Beyond, and I love it so much. And this little like part of my living room is one of my favorites. I just love looking at it. And so on here I just have my record player, my Quasi record player, and then my little vintage Canon film camera, and then all of these like dead flowers that I have foraged throughout some adventures that I've been on. I don't know, sometimes I just pick up flowers and put them in here and they die, but honestly I kind of like the look of it, so I just kind of like kept this little display here, guys. I'm a dead flower florist. And this little vase is super cool and ceramic. It reminds me of like Winnie the Pooh's little like jar of honey, so I really like it. It's from Bed Bath & Beyond. But the credenza is not from Bed Bath & Beyond. This is from a company called All Modern, and they sent it to me, and I am so grateful to them. This, my little Portland map, is from a company called Mapiful. This is my plant ladder. I've been working on this for the past couple of months, just like trying to get it to look the way that I want it and to keep the plants alive. Some of them are doing better than others. But my mom found this ladder for me at a Goodwill like 3 years ago, and we just like refinished it and sanded it and stained it, so I love the color of it now. And then I've gotten all these plants from just different plant stores around Portland. Okay, so this is the part that is opposite of the credenza and the Portland map and everything, so it's like a nice little view. I'll explain some of the things in here because I can finally link some things for you guys. Okay, so this is my favorite mirror. It is from Target, and I think like everyone and their mother has this mirror, but I love it so much. And this lamp is also from Target. They're like the same gold, so I really appreciate that. And then this chair actually is my perfect chair because this is my favorite color. and it's like a very old sort of antique chair, so I love it. And my mother actually like drove this up from Los Angeles to bring this to me in her car, so like she's a real one. And then this really cute pillow is from a bedding company called C Studio Home. My favorite piece in my entire living room is my map, and I had always wanted like my own apartment just so I could have a giant map on my wall. And I got this for literally $28 from Amazon. It was so cheap. And I just have these little pins that I put in it to just like show all the different countries that I've been to, just so I can remember where I've been. And it's always fun to get home from a trip and like put in a new little pin. And then two of the biggest pieces of furniture in my house are my couch and my coffee table. And I love them both. They were both sent to me by a really sweet brand called InspireQ Home. And that brand also is like the maker of my desk. And so I love having a bunch of pieces that are all like made by the same company, because it all just kind of ties together really easily and aesthetically. And so I was literally so grateful that they sent me this couch, because it is so comfy and it fits my style perfectly. And then also this coffee table is great because, as you have noticed, I don't have a kitchen table or chairs or anything like that. And when living in a studio, it can be a little difficult to just like eat. And so I'll usually use the coffee table sometimes, or I have these little eating trays that I keep under my couch that I got for my birthday from my mom. And they're bamboo, so they're super cool, and I can just sit here and be like, yum, 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 and eat all my food. But there's not much else left to show you guys, but the last few things would be this blanket, which I got at the American and Mexican border in Mexico, and this pillow, which also is from One Fine Nest, the same pillows I have on my bed. So I love that. And then the last little corner of my house, which I love so much, is just has this plant, which I got from Home Depot, and then this little plant basket, which I just like, I literally have the plant is still in the little pot, but I just put this over it to make it cute and like hide the ugliness of the pot. And this was literally $10 at IKEA, so it was super inexpensive. Then I just have a little hanging plant up there. I love having this big window right here because it allows this room to have so much light. And also, since the beginning part of my house doesn't have a ton of light, I really appreciate that this is like a super big like wall of a window. That is definitely one thing I want in a future home or apartment, is just like more windows, because for the studio you only get one window, so it's a sacrifice you have to be willing to make. But if you are just trying to live a little bit more minimally, I think that a studio is a great choice. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to sit through this video, watch me show you guys the ins and outs of my little studio apartment. I hope that it gave you some decor inspo or just some encouragement if you yourself are looking to move into a studio apartment. And if you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I tried to link everything for you guys, but if not, just feel free to ask me a question on here or on Instagram or Twitter. I am all around the internet. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much again, and I will see you really soon, probably, maybe, hopefully.